Hello and welcome to MED.
In this vlog, I'm going to be telling you about legal and ethical issues, role of regulatory bodies, audience effects and reception theories. Firstly, we are looking into audience effects and reception theories. There are many different ways that the audience can be affected by the show or station. The hypodermic needle theory. The theory suggests that the mass media could influence a very large group of people directly and informally by shooting or injecting them with appropriate messages designed to trigger a desired response. Two-step flow theory. The two-step flow theory says that most people form their opinions under the influence of opinion leaders, who in turn are influenced by the mass media. So according to this model, ideas flow from the mass media to opinion leaders and from them to a wider population. Reception theory. Reception theory is a version of reader response literary theory that emphasizes the reader's reception of a literary text. It is more generally called audience reception in the analysis of communications models. In literary studies, reception theory originated from the work of Hans Robert Schwarz in the late 1960s. Uses and gratifications theory. The uses and gratifications theory is an approach to understanding why and how people actively seek out specific media to satisfy specific needs. The UGT is an audience-centered approach to understanding mass communication. Active audience theory. Media audiences do not receive information passively, but are actively involved, often unconsciously, in making sense of the message within their personal and social contexts. Such things may therefore influence decoding of a media message as family background, beliefs, values, culture, interests, education, and experiences. Passive audience theory. Media audiences do not interact with the media and is just injected with messages. People who do not have control over the media influence on them, such as children. Whilst active audiences are involved, passive audiences are more like followers and just listen. Stereotypes. Oversimplified representation about an idea or group of people. In 1979, Tessa Perkins suggested that stereotypes are not always negative, but a way of communicating ideas and categorizing.
Santa and his kingdom at Meadowville. It sparkled and twinkled, the tower so tall. I asked Santa if he gets toys under his tree. He laughed and then handed a present to me. I always find me at Meadowhall.
A child narrates this Christmas advert. This is very stereotypical because to the listeners, which would be mostly adults, Christmas is becoming about family time. It is also very stereotypical to use children to advertise about Christmas relating to Santa Claus seeing the children.
I have an oh-so-soft wheat bread sub, packed with delicately sliced succulent ham. Then I'd like the olive scattered, crispy lettuce covered with just a light peppering of peppers. Oh, and see that, could you also make it light on the calories too? Cheers.
The irresistible Subway low-fat sub. Choose from a range of 6-inch subs, flatbreads or salads with a regular drink. Subway. Eat fresh.
This Subway advert is very stereotypical because the listeners of the show will be on the way to work and will be in a full-time job. It's stereotyping because it's seen that the audience have no time for dinner due to the full-time job and are helped by a fast-produced meal.
This is getting fast. Don't get stressed with shopping. We can help with that. Hallam Fan and Atkinson, the independent department store, lightening the load with shopping inspiration. Plus, you can win everything from the tree and snacks to treats and gifts for all the family, like perfume, gadgets, games, and grooming. With Atkinson's on the Moor, Sheffield. Now open late on Wednesdays. Enter to win at
This Christmas advert is narrated by a woman's voice, speaking over it. This is stereotypical because the advert features shops and shopping near Christmas time. This is biased towards the female gender and is implying that women shop at Christmas more than men do. Therefore, the advert is aimed towards women and is narrated in a female voice. Representations. The description or portrayal of someone or something in a particular way. Hallam FM has a logo that is made up of black, white and pink. I think these colours represent simplicity, but also easy and soft. These colours are used to logo so that the brand is easily approachable by the audience and is not confusing or complicated.
South Yorkshire survey this morning, 79% of men in South Yorkshire lie to their parents about what at Christmas? What are you being lied to about at Christmas? To partners. Their partners, sorry. Partners. 79% of South Yorkshire men in South Yorkshire lie to their partners about what? Pauline Crooks, is it that they do all the little jobs in the house that need doing before Christmas now?
The presenters of the show have a friendly Yorkshire accent. This gives us the representation of a local Yorkshire people that we see every day. This helps the show because the people that will listen to it feel that they know the presenters, and the show represents things like friendly or easy listening. The adverts used in the show represent support for the Yorkshire County due to the helping local companies and their businesses. Also, the adverts influence the audience on where to go and eat and have a good time, which is a result of helping the Yorkshire community in representation. Performing Rights Society. PRS works for composers, lyricists and the music publishers for its members to license the public performance, broadcast to copyright works, collect the license fees, assemble information about the use of that music and distribute the royalties.
But I had to and looked out that closed my eyes, and suddenly everything is shut. I've been lifted just to know your name. 17 tracks and I'm hiding with this game. Oh, help me, baby.
PRS example. In the show, Emeli Sandé and Avicii and the Killers songs are played to the audience. The PRS allows the song to be played on the radio show due to the collection of license fees and distribution of royalties. Mechanical Copyright Protection Society. Acting on behalf of its composers and publisher members, MCPS negotiates agreements that those who wish to record music, ensuring the copyright owners are rewarded for the use of their music. It collects then distributes the mechanical royalties, which are generated from the recording of music onto many different formats, including CDs, cassettes, videos, audiovisuals and broadcast material. Examples of MCPS. The owners of the songs that are played in the show, done by Emeli Sandé, The Killers and Avicii, will be rewarded due to the use of their record music being used as broadcasting material. Phonographic Performance Limited is a UK-based music licensing company and performance rights organisation founded by Decca and EMI in 1934. As of 2012, PPL collected royalties for 65,000 performers and 10,000 record companies. Example of PPL. PPL will license artists, in this case Emeli Sandé, The Killers and Avicii, to have their songs played on the radio. Overtly negative representations. Views and facts must not be misrepresented. Where it is appropriate to represent the views of a person or organisation that is not participating in the programme, this must be done in a fair manner. Overtly sexual and violent content language. Violence, whether verbal or physical, must not be featured on primary children's show without justification. Material equivalent to the British Board of Music Classification, the BBDC, R18 rating must not be broadcasted at any time. Who has the right to privacy? Broadcasters and programme makers should normally be fair in their work. Broadcasters must avoid unjust or unfair treatment of individuals. What is the stance on political parties and alcohol? Broadcasters should not give undue prominence to the views and opinions of particular persons or bodies on matters to political or industrial controversy. The use of illegal drugs, the abuse of drugs, smoking, solvent abuse, or the misuse of alcohol must not be featured in programmes made primarily for children without a justification.